What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the all-new 2024-25 Select FIFA Hobby Box from Panini. These dropped on the Panini website for 400 bucks, so only 3% cheaper than last year. And we finally have Brazil back, so definitely excited to see those outside of the Copa Prizm set that we saw last year. But yeah, like we always say, the FIFA license is a big deal, so very glad to see this once again and that we're actually going to be able to show you guys what's in these boxes. So stick around to the end of the video to see what rating this product gets. But let's get right into it, guys. If you enjoy this kind of content and want to see more, consider dropping a like down below and subscribing if you haven't already. Really helps out the channel, really helps us grow, and helps with the YouTube algorithm and all that awesome stuff. And when you click on eBay search links on this page and make a purchase, it can result in us earning a commission, which also supports us in the long run as part of the eBay Partner Network. So this is going to be a 5x12 format, 60 cards total, and we should be getting 5 serial numbered cards per box, and any combination of 3 autos, patches, or patch autos per box. Here's an example of what those look like. And let me actually show you guys all the sides of the box. So here is this, telling you how many parallels you can get, and then some case hit information here. Bottom, of course, has nothing. Here's the top, and here's what most of you guys are kind of like waiting to see. So I might want to pause this to see exactly what you're getting yourselves into. But I'll also put up a reference table on the screen for you guys to help with visualization of things. But yeah, with a comparison to the last couple of seasons, of course, of the Select FIFA release. And as you guys can see, there's a net total of 1 extra parallel in these compared to last year, which puts the print run at a little under like 1,600 cases or so. And cases are going to have 12 hobby boxes in them, just FYI. But here's a comparison with all the other Select sets that released this year. So La Liga, EPL, and Serie A. And once again, Serie A comes in with the lowest print run, and it's sitting at around 800 cases. Then La Liga at 1250. Then FIFA at almost 1,600. And EPL with a wild 3,000 cases once again. But in terms of case hits, guys, those are going to be the artistic impressions as usual. Visionary, here's a reference image from Serie A because I couldn't find one for this set as of now. And then we have stained glass and team badges as well. And of course, the new honeycomb parallels like we saw in all the other Select sets this year. Again, another reference image here. But let's get into pack number 1 and see how we can start things off in this video. So these packs do look different than the EPL set, so it tells me that it's probably slightly higher quality, kind of like the Serie A set. Here's pack number 1. All right, no flipped cards, love to see it, unless it's like an auto or something, but we have 2 reds, it looks like. So Yildiz to start things off, and then we have Ter Stegen, the red parallel. This is going to be one of the more common unnumbered ones. And then we have a field, first field, Lautaro Martinez, red also. So there's Saka and Rodri. That's the first look at this set. And for those of you who've never seen Select before, there's always someone, there's always a beginner, so we always like to mention it. There are 3 different rarity levels in Select. So I think we saw all of them. So this one is going to be, like it says on the back, Terrace is going to be the most common. And then we have Mezzanine here, which is going to be the uncommon. And then we have Field. I'm trying not to reveal the card behind this. This is going to be the least common. Where actually, okay, there it is. Yeah. So just an FYI, guys, there's multiple layers. There is Marmouche still in his Frankfurt kit. I don't know when they're going to start making his city card. So 120 out of 135. This is going to be regular camo. They added this to this year's set. It used to only be winter camo, but I guess they're doing it. And we have, it looks like, either an auto or patch. So we're going to set this one down to reveal in a little bit because we want to maybe potentially save the best for last. And this is what a Lamine Yamal second year Select card looks like. We did see some from Select La Liga. So here is his FIFA card. But if we are going to be chasing rookies, and here's a multicolor. Ooh, this looks like pure gold. We're not going to get trolled because La Liga Select actually trolled us with the multicolor. So let's see what this gold is going to be. I'm not going to set it down for later because if we do that with all the cards, then basically we get nothing left. So here's just a filler to counter weighing packs. There's Angel Di Maria. Let's put him with the silver pile over here. And let's see what this gold. Oh, it's going to be field too. That's going to be wild. All right. Hopefully it's a rookie or legend. Can we guess? Oh man, is it? Oh, it is not. For some reason I thought it was like Lamine Yamal for a split second. Kai Havertz, gold field, 10 out of 10. Let's get the horns for that one. as an Arsenal fan. I actually at first was not really excited about his transfer to Arsenal, but I think he's yeah, he's definitely making a difference now. So, all right, cool field level gold 10 of 10. I love to see it. And then we have this Jamal Musiala multicolor field. I will do a recap at the end of the video, of course. Actually, let me just set these down over here to make things organized. But I think we were talking about who the chase rookies were. So first and foremost, we have Kevin Sullivan, of course. There's Archie Gray. He will fit into one of our categories that we'll talk about later. Here's Hugo Ekitike, multi, and then Bayer. He actually did fall off compared to when the Donruss set came out. But Kevin Sullivan, by far, he's still 15 years old. It's pretty crazy. He has a lot of hype, especially for the U.S. men's national team, and he's probably going to be going to City in a few years. And then after that, we have Rodrigo Mora and Giovanni Kenda as well in Tier 1. And then Madueke. I feel like I'm ripping an EPL product right now at a 135. All right, and then Nico Williams and William Gomez, who will be in Tier 3. So Tier 2, which is actually also going to be something closer to like Tier 1.5 to 2.0, kind of like what we did in a previous video. And wow, look at this beauty. Blue on blue, and blue is the, actually, other than Honeycomb, which is a case hit, blue is the rarest of the non-numbered parallels. So this is like 1 per box. The other ones usually you get like 2, something like that. So love to see it. Let's put them center stage. And like we were saying, there's a lot of almost like skill that could go into Tier 1, but not quite. So those guys are, you know, we're going to start off with like Mikey Moore, John Ozun. If he is a rookie in the set, I really hope they gave him a rookie. Well, this is actually pretty cool. Whoever pulls the black 101, that's going to be a really sick card of Zidane. And this is Bastoni. It's going to be our first patch. All right, let's take a look at the back, and we're not surprised, right, guys? All right, let's put that over there. And then after John Ozun, we have Yang Min Hyuk, who I believe they gave him a RC logo in addition to a rookie auto as well. And technically, he did have some overlap with the 2024 season because he was in the Prizm K-League product that came out last year. There's another filler. There's a lot of fillers so far. So yeah, I guess they can kind of make sense of it like that. So he is going to be in the Gangwon jersey. And after that, in Tier 2, we do have Conrad Harder and Alexander Pavlovich. There's another base Cavan here. But yeah, I think other than that, we just have like Lily Johannes from the women's side. And oh man, for a split second, I thought this was a black 101. That would have been pretty wild. All right, so we got a camo, Kylian Mbappe at a 135. So we got 3 camos for some reason. That's not typically what you want to see. You want to see some of the lower numbered cards, but I guess the gold balances things out. But last but not least, in Tier 3, if you even care about Tier 3 at this point, we do have maybe potentially honorable mention as well. Wow, look at this. Case hits and tessellation. What is going on with this box? Pretty crazy stuff, guys. So Maximilian Bayer, he got demoted like we mentioned earlier. Mainly because of his age, so his potential is kind of slowly going down, but you never know with these guys. I mean, Victor Yokeda just like exploded at like, what, 23 years old or whatever. And then William Gomez and Corbin Albert. So let's see this case hit. It is going to be Jude Belligoal, Visionary. So now we have an image we can use for, probably not going to put it in the video, but there we go. Pretty sick box so far. I love to see it. It's going to be a nice little recap. And we have tessellation out of 15. So let's take a look at that one. I think tessellation is only field, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I think that's not true. But who's this going to be? Kai Havertz again? It is Robert Lewandowski. Look at that beauty. So, I mean, might as well just have made a separate mosaic set. 5 out of 15. I don't fully understand the whole thing behind tessellation, but the pattern on the back is arguably, let's just actually keep it at that. Let's not go any further with tessellation designs. All right, guys. Last pack, and then we can probably reveal, which I think is the auto. Hopefully it's an auto. Purple out of like 49 or something. So, all right, last pack. There's Sunny Field. Looks like we have, oh, pitch side signatures. This is going to be a loaded box. So far, so good. Calafiori. All right, so since this is a pitch side signatures, let's do the other one first, because I feel like the other one could potentially be a patch. We want to end with a auto. Oh, we got two autos. Okay. All right, I guess we're doing it. We have Danielle Fotopoulos, a name that has not been heard or not been seen in a very, very long time. A lot of you guys probably have never even heard this. I almost forgot how to read the name, but all right, there we go. Another Team USA, and expect to see several of these throwback women's cards, maybe for like the first time. I think a lot of these were like first time signers, or they haven't signed like in a very, very long time. So let's set this one to the side and let's see what this last auto is going to be. I think also pitch side signatures. Imagine if it's another women's auto. Who's that? Oh, that looks like a legend. That looks like a legend haircut. Not a new generation. And it is Andreas Muller. So there we go for Frankfurt. Look at those super short shorts. All right, 32 out of 49. Sports attire changes like crazy. Like basketball, they used to have super long shorts now, or like they used to have super short, and then they transition to super long. I guess that's just the trend with the age we live in now. But all right, two autos, purple out of 49. And let's actually do a recap. So we got, I can't believe we got a case hit, we got a Cavan, blue color match, and we got a gold and tessellation. So this is probably a winner box if I've ever seen one. But started off with a Bastoni, just regular patch right there. And then we got these two autos, of course. Maybe not the chase that we were after in terms of autos. The auto checklist is pretty strong this year. But how many numbered cards did we get? We got 3 camo, all out of 135 Marmouche Field. And then we got one of each level, basically. So that's 3, and then 4, 5. Yeah, 5 is right. 5 numbered cards. 10 out of 10, a gold Kai Havertz, tessellation, Lewandowski. So a lot of nice names in this box. Jude Bellingham, Visionary, K-Sit, and Cavan Sullivan. But before we go to the rating, guys, we are going to be running a case break, at least one case break of this product. So if you want to join a group break, feel free to do so on our website, breakfastcards.com. But in terms of how we feel about this set, guys, we are going to start with the design as always. So it's going to be exactly the same as all the other select sets that we reviewed in terms of design. And, you know, like at least for 2024-25 season, I do like the terrace design. I didn't like the mezzanine design at first, but I think it grew on me at this point. And the fields and snapshots are probably my favorite design in this whole set, in addition to the artistic impression case hit. So I wish we would have had down, but still nonetheless, Visionary is cool depending who you ask. And yeah, we just really wish they picked a different like stained glass design, but it's actually slightly better in person, if that helps, compared to the sample images. So it is what it is. But in terms of base set size, no change there. Once again, they keep it pretty consistent at 250. And the launch price is basically the same as last year's boxes, barely any change, like $10 difference. But honestly, could still use some price improvement. But I, wonder if like some of the licensing is causing like this issue, like the Brazil license or FIFA license in general. So who knows? I mean, maybe it wouldn't have been a big deal if the print run stayed the same, like in terms of launch price. But unfortunately, the print run did go up about 18% compared to last year. So honestly, I had to take some points off for that. There's just no way around it. However, the rookie class is actually great in my opinion. Pretty competitive actually, with like a very high ceiling. Very big potential for growth. The top guys are all like top performers for like such a young age, and like a lot of us are just like waiting to see what kind of miracles Cavan Sullivan's going to pull. That's the hope, at least, or at least Rodrigo Mora. And obviously the rookie class as a whole isn't as good as last year, since the rookie class set the bar super high with Lamine Yamal and like company. But this is like the best combo we've seen so far that has big potential to pop off. It might take a few years, but that's the whole thing with prospecting and chasing rookies when products first come out. So yeah, for those of you guys chasing one of ones, I'd expect to see them in every like 2 to 3 cases or so. So almost like 30 to 36 boxes, I would say, with a strong auto checklist to go with it. Probably tied in terms of like good auto ratio with Serie A from this year's select sets. And the names to look for are going to be Mbappe, who's exclusive to Panini, David Beckham as well. Of course, we have Lamine Yamal, Zidane, Cavan RC autos, Van Basten, Del Piero, Maldini, and even Young Min Hyuk for those of you who want to chase his RC autos. And yeah, quite a few names after that. So it's a pretty long list. Unfortunately, no Pele, Maradona, Messi, or CR7 autos. It is what it is at this point, and I'm sure they're saving them for other sets like Prizm Club World Cup, or even sets like further down the line in the future. So yeah, plenty of hits per box. Beautiful cards. Always a fun time with Select FIFA, in my opinion. And of course, a very, very young and competitive rookie class with a high ceiling overall. Has potential to go nuts if the top rookies explode in terms of like box value. And yeah, especially Kevin. We're all looking forward to that once again. So definitely a dark horse product if you're looking for one. But yeah, guys, just going to leave it at that. Hope you enjoyed this video, found it helpful. Thanks for watching. Stick around for more content, group breaks, and giveaways. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.